So today we're looking at Fulaim's wireless microphone set that they sent out, which I'm massively grateful for. This version is the Fulaim 1000 Pro, comes with the two wireless microphones, the receiver and the charging pack. You can get these on Amazon in the UK, the US and other countries. You can also just buy one receiver and one microphone, or just the mic on its own. What you're listening to me through at the moment is the Fulaim K658, which is also using Voicemeeter, which is a virtual audio software that helps with the crispness of your quality. If you're looking at getting a microphone for your computer that's a USB-C or USB 3, definitely use Voicemeeter to get the crispiness out of it. As much as I do love using Voicemeeter and the Fulaim microphone because it does give very, very nice audio, I've always wanted something that I can take on the go, or if I'm doing interviews with people, podcasts with people, and it'd be so much easier instead of having to set the microphone up and move my PC around, move the camera around. So it's nice to be able to have a product that I can now use on the go and out and about. So we're now going to go set up the Fulaim 1000 Pro so you can hear the sound difference between obviously a microphone and then the wireless mics, which have built-in microphones, and then they also come with the extended mic. I don't know how you say it. Is it lavalier? That's the word. I don't know what it's called, but they also come with two of those. So we're going to test that and see the sound quality of those. So without further ado, let's get into that. So I have the output volume on the Fulaim receiver as 0, or, well, there's no bars on it. That can go up to 4, which then obviously makes the decibels higher. And then on the camera, I've set it to 6 or 7, I believe, because if it's at higher, it will obviously make the audio that's going into the camera a lot louder than it should be. I am using just the built-in microphone without the muffler on top. So that's what it sounds like. And the output mode is M, which is mixed output. That means that band 1 and 2 are mixed on both of the same left and right channels. So it's all as one. So if I have the second one set up, it all comes through as the same channel. You can also set it to ST, which is stereo output, where band 1 is the left channel and band 2 is the right channel. MS is for safe track output, where the right channel output is 6 decibels less than the left channel. So there's a lot of different outputs that you can have there. So you can have it as two separate voices, two separate voice tracks in the recording. You can have it all merged to one, or you can actually have a safe version where one of the audios is quieter than the other audio, so if you are two loud people, it doesn't clash and you can't edit it to change volume and stuff because it's all just one big jumble of noise. This is what it sounds like. I'm going to clip it. So that's what it sounded like while I was holding it and moving around. This is what it sounds like when it's clipped to my chest. I'm then going to add the muffler here to the exact point of where it's clipped at the moment, so you can see the difference. So this is what it sounds like without the muffler, and now this is what it sounds like with the muffler. I don't know if it's made any difference. Obviously I can't hear the audio. Now obviously with the muffler, it's had it without it. We're going to now go to the lavalier mics. I think that's what they're called. I'm not too sure. If you haven't seen the unboxing, it comes with this nice little bag that comes with everything you need basically, and these microphones do also plug into your tablets, whether it's Android, or there is a lightning cable here from a USB-C to lightning cable, so you can plug this directly into the receiver and into an iPhone, iPad. Then there is a USB 3 to USB-C, which you can then use for obviously your laptops and so forth. And then you get the jack for the camera. Now, we're going to be switching over to the lav mics. This is made out of a very high feeling metal. They're not plastic, which is very good news. So we're going to switch over now to this and see how it changes the audio. This is what it sounds like without the lav mic in. Okay, I'm just gonna clip the lav mic there. It's right here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but this is what it sounds like using the lav mic when it's a good distance away from my mouth. I'm talking relatively loud. If I talk, I'm talking normally, it just echoes around this sort of corner. So this is what it sounds like while using the lav mic. Obviously, I'm not outside because it's pitch black and my daughter's in bed, so I can't really go gallivanting around the streets, seeing how far the distance is. I did test this when I first received it, and my nephew walked out of the room and to the front door, and it still picked up while going through maybe 2 or 3 walls. So what I'm going to do is walk into the next room, and that's through one door, turn right, through another door, and just beyond this wall here. And if you can still pick it up, then that's obviously a good sign that it can go through walls. That shows that it's going to have a good distance, because if it can patch through a wall without having to be directly aimed at a receiver, that's good enough. It's a solid brick wall. It's none of this new build shit where, you know, it's really thin. This is a solid brick wall. So if it gets through that, I'll be very surprised. So I'm going to just walk around
I'm going to count. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and see if it picks it up and if it actually picks up while I'm walking away. So, here we go. I'll start when I'm past the camera. Hello. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just leaving the door now. 6, 7, 8, 9. Walking into the other room here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now I'm actually on the other side of the wall, and there is a wardrobe as well behind this wall, so there's double to get through. But that is that, and if it's picking it up, that's great. If it's not, obviously I'm going to sound like an idiot talking to myself. So we're coming back now through the door, and obviously I can't count because I forgot where I was. So now we're walking back into the front room, and hopefully it's still picking me up here. And if it's actually picked me up through the whole thing, I'll be very, very surprised. There we go, we're back, and yeah, like I said, I'll be very surprised if that's picked up the whole way, because going through obviously one wall, and then we've got a wardrobe on the opposite side of this wall, exactly where I was aiming towards the camera, directly through the wall. So if it's picked that up, I'm gonna be incredibly impressed. I've seen videos before where people have walked away using Rode wireless or whatever they are, and Rode's a very known brand. They're very expensive. I have one of their mics on the shelf here, and they're not cheap. They are good quality, and yet the wireless style, if you walk away from the camera, not showing direct connection to the receiver, it cuts out. I've seen plenty of videos. So if this works, and I've gone through a wall, I mean, Fulaim, you've done your job. I could, you know, not that you're going to need a microphone obviously on the opposite side of the wall, because if you're using a mic, surely it should be in front of the camera or something like that. It's not going to be for behind the door. That just is a bit weird. But if it worked, fantastic. I'm super, super impressed, and I can't wait to edit it to actually find out if it has worked. That's what it sounds like with the lav mic. We've tried it without the lav mic, with just the standard built-in microphone and also the muffler. I may have to do some noise reduction. Here's me talking without any noise reduction if I've had to do any before. So if it does sound very crackly, if there's any background noise, if there's any sort of saturation in the noise where it's like staticky, then this is what it normally would sound like. Adding a simple noise reduction on Premiere Pro makes it now sound like this. So you can just sort of get a grasp of what you need to do. Drag and drop, haven't changed any settings, just drag and dropped a noise reduction. It should work on any other program, whether you're using Sony Vegas, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or whatever, Wondershare, or that other nonsense. You know, it makes it just take away that background noise. It gives it a nice crispy sound to it. But that is basically the video. That is the conclusion. If you want to see anything else about this, whether you want it to be outside of me walking on, but I think I've pretty much tested everything here. I've got fans in the background for my PC. There's noise outside from cars. If it hasn't picked any of that up, I'll be very surprised as well, because it is quite loud. I can hear it directly through this window, and the PC is directly to my right. So again, if it hasn't picked any of that noise up in the distortion, I mean, we're winning. So they do tell you in the book, obviously, to keep the transmitter and the receiver face to face. So like I said, if it's gone through the wall, buzzing, incredible doing that. The frequency ranges from 2400 to 2480 megahertz. To charge them fully, it takes 2 hours, but obviously if you're walking around with a charger pack, that gives you a full 2 charges, I believe, and then they do last for 7 hours usage, which is incredible timing, because no interview goes longer than 7 hours, let me tell you that. It's normally roughly around the 2-3 hour mark if you're doing retakes and stuff. So that is incredible. They weigh absolutely nothing, and obviously they're comfy. They don't feel like they're in the way or fall off. They don't feel like they're loose. They don't feel very, you know, they feel very sturdy. The quality is very nice. Even though it's plastic, it's a very nice hard plastic, and I can't really fault it, to be fair. Can't fault it. Charges in the box while on the go. Very nice, sleek looking design, very thin. Tells you everything really you need to know on the box, and yeah, incredible, incredible thing. For the price range, that is incredibly cheap for something as good as this. Now, Rode, DJI, they're looking around the more £300-400 mark, and some of them are actually terrible. For the price range as well, you can't go wrong. If you want to check these out, go in the description. There's a link to Amazon in the UK. But that is everything that I can think of. If there is anything that you want me to look into or to test out, definitely leave it in the comments below. Other than that, give a cheeky like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay positive and enjoy life. My name's been Callum. Ciao for now.